Baiting your enemies into doing something you want them to do is a strategy every COD player should have up their sleeves. These two clips I'm showing you right now are two of the most simplest and most effective ways to bait your teammate to ultimately win the gunfight. This is something all of you should consider doing no matter what game mode you are playing. This is something you need to keep in mind even in the tensest situations. Being able to bait the enemy into pushing you or looking away from you isn't the easiest thing to do, and of course it can go horribly wrong. You are making a bet that the person will do what you want them to do, and we all know that isn't always the case in Call of Duty. Whether they clock on to your plan and outsmart you on the spot, or are just too dumb to even react to your bait, you'll never be able to trick everyone, but when you do, oh my god, you feel good. That overwhelming feeling of, you just got played sucker, sit the fuck down, is a feeling you should embrace proudly. The best types of players who perform baits and most often and most effectively are pro players, of course, SMD players, 2v2 gunfight players, and battle royale or blackout players, whatever you want to call them, as we don't have battle royale at the moment in Modern Warfare. So to perform a bait, you already need to be in a gunfight. You need to lock eyes with the other person, and depending on the circumstance, for some reason, you need to back out of the gunfight. Maybe you have ran out of bullets, maybe they have a better position than you, maybe you are outnumbered. No matter what the situation, if you are backing out of a gunfight, you are obviously at some kind of disadvantage and need to get in cover and out of sight. Now, it's important, in my opinion, that just before you run into cover, if you want the best chance of performing a bait, you are going to want to quickly see what the other person does as you are moving out of sight. Do they look like they are going to stay put and keep shooting at you? Are they likely to chase after you? This is important because if you think they are going to chase you, you should consider either finding cover to be in the best position possible, where only a portion of your character model is showing, or put yourself in a really awkward spot. So if they came crashing around the corner, sprinting, sliding, or jumping, they are unlikely to find you at that angle. You can do this by lying down really close to the corner, but not too close that your gun and arms will be visible before they enter your line of sight. Or maybe even stand up on top of something, anything basically, that you think would be far from their crosshairs when they come around the corner and enter your line of sight. Now, if you don't think they are going to challenge you, what some players do is continue to shoot at the angle you just disappeared from. Now, funnily enough, from all of my experience playing COD, there are two types of players who do this. Most commonly, it's the really shit, dumb players who are shooting at you as you enter cover and just forget to let go of the trigger. You know the types of players. They normally move around the map, crouching with an LMG, and then when they decide to start firing, they just don't know when to let go of the trigger. Now, when you enter cover and someone is firing at you, it can be very, very easy to then re-enter the gunfight and walk straight into fire. This happens a lot to a lot of people, and it's easily done. You do feel stupid for doing it, but don't worry, because in COD games, it's always so hectic and there is always normally gunfire going off, so it can be hard for you to realise that someone is in fact still shooting at you. And if you are in those tense situations and a lot is going on and you are making decisions very, very fast, and you can just be too occupied to notice that you are walking right into the path of bullets. Now, the other type of players who do this are often pro players or players who are smart enough to realise that this is a common way people die. And if you think that person you are shooting is likely to re-peak and you have a decent magazine size, then continuing to shoot or shoot in small quick bursts can get you that easy kill. If you think what I'm saying is stupid and think no one actually does this, then watch the pro players and you will see some of the best players in the world die this way all of the time. Okay, so you have run into cover and you don't think you are going to be chased and you don't think they are going to stay put and keep shooting at you. Now you have to be smart and try and think, how long is the person going to stay watching that angle before they give up, maybe try and come after you from the front or flank around you to get you from another angle. If you are trapped and have nowhere to go, then expect that person to happily wait for you to come out, unless they are just really aggressive. In this case, you will want to see what you can use to distract that person, like tactical grenades or even lethal grenades. Maybe even quick peeks around the corner at a good angle could be a good idea. Maybe even just peek around the corner very quickly after a few good seconds have passed to see what the other person is doing. If not, then look around, and if you can see other areas of cover for you to sprint across and get to, then maybe that could be the best plan for you. If not, and you truly are trapped where you are, and you know if you head out you're going to die, then you are going to want to look at your mini-map and spot any nearby teammates that are going to likely distract your captor. If this is the case, watch the minimap intensely and get ready to jump out as soon as it looks like your teammate has the enemy's attention. And then you can jump out for that bait and switch and put that player in a 2v1 situation. In the circumstance that you are in a position where you could potentially run away or the other person could flank you, if you want to bait the enemy, you are going to want to guess when it would be sensible to re-peek, like what I do in both of the clips I first showed you. In the first clip, we are in a tense 1v1. I have just killed his teammate and I have the advantage. I shoot first, I miss considerably, but hit a few shots. The guy starts to turn around and I choose to hide to avoid getting hit by his initial shots and also to prevent getting humiliated by the turn on. We both know I am in a position where I could easily decide to flank around the right side and hit him from a new angle. It would only take me a couple of seconds to reappear, so I give it just a second while that guy is still firing at me, and then just when I think he will stop shooting at me, I then re-peek and find him falling for my bait and I finish the kill. In the next clip, we are playing the same game mode and we have pistols. The first encounter, again I miss my shots as usual, and he misses his throwing knife. Like the other clip, the option for the flank is there for both of us to go for. It would take a couple of seconds more than the first clip to get around the rock, but his teammate is still alive and I don't want to reveal myself by going into the middle of the map. So I expect he will re-challenge me, so I thought the best thing for me to do was to re-challenge him first, as I thought he wouldn't expect me to do so, and he does re-challenge me with a run and jump, so of course he doesn't have his gun up and ready like I do, and I finish the kill. After this, I then go on to bait his teammate with a stun grenade, as I predicted his pathing to complete the 2v1. So baiting in COD is something that is so common, but in order to have a high success rate, you need to consider every possibility, and that is going to serve you well when you next play COD. Like I said, every COD player needs to know how to bait. It is an important strat, so I hope this video was interesting for you and that you enjoyed it. Now, I have no idea how long this video is going to be until I edit it afterwards, but if I made it to the 10-minute mark and you didn't believe I could talk about something so simple for 10 minutes, then I guess 2020 is the year where impossible things happen. So cheers and Happy New Year. And if this video doesn't reach the 10-minute mark, then forget what I said, but have a Happy New Year all the same. And as always guys, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, consider subscribing and turning on notifications to stay updated on all of my latest content. But that's all from me, take care and I'll see you in the next video.